See, I have drawn the geometrical representation of the cursor here in this problem. So everything is evident from the diagram. Now we have to find locus of the point of intersection of tangents to the parabola at C and D. So if I take tangent to C to the parabola and the tangent at D to the parabola, that is P say x comma y, we want its locus only, or P x1 comma y1, we want its locus. Observe that for the point P, this line CD is card of contact. So its equation we can write it is nothing but S1 equal to 0. That is for the parabola. So writing equation to the line CD as S1 equal to 0 for the parabola, it will be y1 is equal to 2a into x plus 2a, or you can simply write this as 4ax plus 8a square. So you'll have it as 2a into x plus x1 plus 8a square. That is CD equation. And now observe that he said that the line segment AB subtends a right angle at the center of the ellipse, which is nothing but the origin. So you have a curve, a line is intersecting the curve in points A and B. The points of intersection are joined to the origin. So that is the concept of homogenization. So we homogenize the ellipse equation with the help of this CD line equation, and then we know that coefficient of x square plus coefficient of y square will be 0 in the resulting equation. So going for it, so homogenizing, it is y1 minus 2ax by 2ax1 plus 8a square equal to 1 I have. So homogenizing the ellipse equation, x square by 4a square plus y square by a square is equal to 1 into y1 minus 2ax by 2ax1 plus 8a square whole square. Now collecting the coefficients of x squares and y squares and adding them and equating to 0, I'll have it as 1 by 4a square plus 1 by a square is equal to y1 square plus 4a square by 2ax1 plus 8a square whole square. Or simplifying this, we have 5 into 2x1 plus 8a whole square is equal to 4 into 5 y1 square plus 4a square. Or from this I have 5 times x1 square plus 64a square, not 64. After cancelling a 4 on both the sides, I'll have 4 only here. So that will be 16a square plus 8a x1 will be equal to y1 square plus 4a square. Wait, I don't have to do this much simplification also. Here itself, if you cancel 4 on both the sides, you have your answer as option D. Let's go to next problem. See, in this problem, this is f of 1 by 2015, and this is f of, if I divide numerator by denominator, I'll get 2 plus 2 minus 1 by 2015. Similarly, if I take this one and the last but one here, the last but one is f of 4028 by 2015, which is nothing but f of 2 minus 2 by 2015, like that. So you can see some connection between this and the last but one here. So we get a doubt whether any relation is there between f of x and f of 2 minus x. Let us for fun see what is f of x plus f of 2 minus x. F of x is 9 power x by 9 power x plus 9, and f of 2 minus x will be 9 power 2 minus x by 9 power 2 minus x plus 9. So here if I multiply numerator and denominator by 9 power x, I'll have 9 power x by 9 power x plus 9 is equal to plus. This will be 9 power, 9 square by 9 square plus 9 into 9 power x. So cancelling a 9 in the numerator and denominator, I'll have 9 power x by 9 power x plus 9 plus 9 by 9 plus 9 power x I'll have. So which is nothing but 1. So we observe f of x plus f of 2 minus x is nothing but 1. And therefore we understand this plus this is 1. Similarly, this plus last but 1 will be 1. Like that you can pair the things and all those things will be 1s, except for, you can see that here I have total odd number of 1s. So if you pair like that, we will be left with 1 in the middle, which is nothing but f of 2015 by 2015, which cannot be paired with anyone, but this is nothing but f of 1. And observe that from this story, f of 1 is nothing but 1 by 2. So now the answer is obvious. Let's go for the next problem. Okay, in this problem, let us take for fun q as say 10. Limit extends to a10, p1 into p2 into so on into p10. It is nothing but limit extends to a10. P1 is nothing but mod of a10 minus a1 by x minus a1 by x minus a1 into mod of x minus a2 by x minus a2 is p2. Like that, mod of x minus a10 by x minus a10. Now I want you to observe that the way he has given, obviously a1, a2, these are all bigger than a10. So I'll have a minus there. It is limit extends to a10. If I remove the mod, I'll have mod of a1 minus x. Therefore this ratio will come out as minus 1. And x is going to a10. Here also a10, we know that it is less than a2. Therefore when I remove the mod, I'll get a minus there. So cancelling this, again this will come out as a minus 1. So like that, everything x minus a9 by x minus a9. This is also minus 1. Every limit up to here will be minus 1. Now here I cannot remove the mod there, taking only one side. So I realized to evaluate this limit, I have to go for left limit and right limit. So for fun, taking the right limit, now you can see that this is minus 1, minus 1, minus 1 like that. Minus 1 whole power 9 into this limit, it will come out as, because I am on the right side of a10, that will come out as 1. So this will be in the end minus 1 whole power 9 I am getting. Now if I go for left limit at a10, then observe that these ratios, they do not change. Everything up to here will be minus 1 only. So they will be 9 in number, minus 1 whole power 9. And coming to this one now, because I am the left hand side, again this will be negative. So when I remove mod, I'll get minus of x minus a10 I get. So when I cancel, again I am getting one more minus 1. So it will be minus 1 whole power 10. So you can see that left limit is not equal to right limit, therefore the limit does not exist. It is the same case for any a10 or a11 or a12, whatever the number you take. So in general, for any aq, the limit does not exist. Let's go to next problem. In this problem, there is no domain at all to evaluate the integral. Observe that for this to be defined, I need x to be greater than 3. Now with x greater than 3, I know that 3 is greater than e. So if I take log throughout here, I'll get ln x, that is log x to the base e, is greater than log 3, which is greater than log e to the base 1. That means I'll get log x is greater than 1, which is, okay, here though you have equal to there, but here I'm having strict inequality. So log x is greater than 1, therefore this is not defined for those x. So there is no x satisfying this one. Therefore such an integral does not exist at all. Let's go to next problem. Coming to this problem, in vector algebra, in our intermediate textbook itself, we have this story in one of the solved examples. I have a triangle ABC. If we choose the circumcenter of the triangle as the origin, vector algebra, circumcenter, I am taking it as the origin. And these position vectors as A bar, B bar, C bar, then the centroid will be A bar plus B bar plus C bar by 3. And then we know that the line segment joining the orthocenter and the circumcenter is divided by the centroid in the ratio 2:1. So obviously under this ratio you will get this is 0 bar and this position vector so h is nothing but A bar plus B bar plus C bar. It is so obvious to apply. You can see that h is dividing this G and S externally in the ratio 2:3. Apply, you'll have what you want. So you have h is nothing but A bar plus B bar plus C bar. Now he said P is any point on the circumcircle. Let us assume the position vector of P as small p bar, any point on the circumcircle. Therefore, as the circumcenter is the origin, therefore OA, because A and P are on the same circle, OA is equal to OP. So I have mod A bar is equal to mod P bar to observe. Now PH, M is the midpoint of PH, he said. So let's write M there. M is nothing but P bar plus A bar plus B bar plus C bar by 2. Now in every option you can see that he is talking about DM and AP. So let us write vector along DM bar. The vector DM bar, if I write, it is nothing but, okay, first of all observe that D is the midpoint of BC, therefore the position vector of D is nothing but B bar plus C bar by 2. Therefore DM bar is nothing but P bar plus A bar by 2 I get. And AP bar is nothing but P bar minus A bar. So I observe that DM bar dot AP bar is nothing but P bar square or P square minus A square, mod P bar square minus mod A bar square by 2. But we know that mod A bar equal to mod P bar, therefore this is 0. It means that DM is perpendicular to AP. Let's go to next problem.